Coach Jay here with MrJRelationshipCoach.com, here to give you your weekly dose of vitamin J. I think I actually did a vitamin J on this before, but I want to quickly talk about some of the negative effects of porn use. I'm not going to talk about the spiritual ramifications, the moral, religious ramifications, just what the studies show in terms of using porn. And the number one thing that I wanted to say is it does become addictive. Studies show that using porn absolutely starts changing the brain patterns in the mind, and it does absolutely become addictive. That's number one. Number two, it does impair your memory and it does impair your concentration. And the more you use it and the more addictive it becomes, the more it does affect your memory and concentration. It also numbs certain pleasure zones. It also kind of numbs things that the satisfactory that you could be getting within an intimate relationship. It desensitizes certain parts of your brain eventually, because the more you watch porn, the more you need to watch certain types of it, maybe watch more of it to get the same effect. So there is a desensitizing effect. It also diminishes impulse control. And again, these are things that all studies have shown. So you can sit here saying blah 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 blah. Maybe you have a porn issue, and that's something that you need to really address, acknowledge, and work on. It also increases your sensitivity to stress. Now, this happens for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into them right now because I'm just talking about what studies show porn watching does. And this isn't just excessive porn watching. This is actually just casual porn watching. So if you're actually doing more than casual porn watching, you're getting into some very red, dangerous territory. It literally shrinks your brain and your brain cells. You're not using the capacity. I'm not going to get into it, like I said, but these are just what the studies found, is it shrinks brain and brain cells. It causes depression and low energy. Again, I'm not going to get into the reasons why. I can probably put out a longer video as to why, but it does cause these lulls, depression. Keep in mind, when you are excited, like your brain is like, functioning, is shooting out these, all the cortisols and all these dopamines and blah, blah, blah. And if they're overused for an unnatural reason, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying unnatural in the biblical sense. I'm saying if you're not having, a natural physical relationship with somebody that you're connected to, then your brain chemicals are being manipulated, and it really changes the course of, the engraving of our brain. You become more susceptible to risky behavior. People start off with kind of like vanilla stuff, and really your brain craves more and needs more. It needs more excitement. It needs more intensity. And what happens is a lot of times that goes outside of the porn realm into life. So these are just some of the things that watching porn does do. And I'll tell you something. I have a coach who's a good friend of mine, and he's actually a porn addict coach or a porn recovery coach. And he tells me the statistics for porn-induced erectile dysfunction it's a pandemic. They're skyrocketing. He goes around to universities and colleges and so forth talking about this, and he says he talks to young men every single day that struggle with porn-induced erectile dysfunction. So I'm not here to make any moral judgments whatsoever. If you use it casually, more power to you. You just got to be very conscious, very conscious. Is it best not to use it at all? I'll leave that up to you. Just be cognizant of the risks and the ramifications. Until next time, I'm Mr. J. God bless.